And now, Thamro. Yeah. Run. Look out for that. Look. Turn left here. I said left, Angelica. I need to pause. I'm exhausted.
Exhausted? I am carrying you, Oliver. Or did I miss something?
I carried you for several weeks. It is only fair that you must now carry me. Oh, you are so immature and petty. And yes, I know, it takes one to know one and all of that. Yes, I know. I have been giving my predicament some thought.
This should be entertaining.
I have several problems, not the least of which is that my own daughter wishes to see me dead, and with good reason, admittedly. The realm, however, only has one, Ursula.
I've already heard this story. We're aligned in the fact that she needs to be brought down. Where we're not aligned is in the whole part where you replace her and become twice the child of the 9 that she is now.
Yes, well, that was before.
Before she completely betrayed you and stripped you of your magic?
Yes. I've decided that she and I cannot be besties any longer. May I continue?
Please do. I'm very entertained right now.
I was wrong. I was wrong about everything. I suppose I needed to be brought low to truly see what I have become. But there will be time to wallow in my regrets later. For now, the realm must be protected. In order to protect it, we have 2 paths. Stop Ursula. Stop the 5 armies from attacking each other in Finn.
Ollie, I don't think we can unring that bell. That horse has left the barn. Those armies are going to converge, and people are going to die. It's regrettable, but...
It is far more than regrettable. Angelica, I did this. I let my own pride manipulate me into... And then I let fear cause me to... I have to do something. I realize that war is now an inevitability, but there may be a way to keep the casualties to a minimum.
How do we stop it, Ollie? We used the scrolls of malediction on Useless, and he commanded those armies to march on Finn. You said it yourself. The curse on that scroll was that it made his ability to hold the shapes he shifted into permanently. I thought about something after the fact, but it didn't really matter until now.
I thought the same. I know where your mind has lingered too. The commands that Useless gave those armies are likely permanent as well. I watched him give the commands and saw the look in the eyes of those men and women as they marched out. Even if Useless were to command them to stop, they would not listen.
Then how do we stop those armies from going to war?
There are 3 possibilities. First, we could attempt to reverse the magic of the scroll. The problem we saw when we attempted to do similarly with Borocane, though, was that the magic became permanent after 7 days. We would have 4 to come up with a cure, and then we would have to distribute it to the totality of all 5 armies.
Option 2?
The second possibility is to kill the Archmages who wrote the Scrolls of Malediction. Magic rarely lives beyond the life of its caster.
Those scrolls are thousands of years old. You think that mage is still alive?
Is it so inconceivable? Your own sister was even older. Not only do I think he is alive, I believe that I actually know who he is.
Who is he?
He is a man known as 1,000 Years, though that is a misnomer. He is far older than his nickname. He is arguably the most powerful magic user in Welkin.
I thought that was you. Well, used to be you.
The only reason I could ever lay claim to that particular superlative was because he stopped casting several hundred years ago. He leads a cult now called the Agents of Thorn. The most feared and famous bounty hunter in Welkin, also known as the Ghost, he is a byproduct of their tender mercies. That cult of monks are part assassin, part warrior, and part magic user. Formidable indeed.
What is their purpose? Why do they do what they do?
I told you that purpose was a lie. When a man lives for more than 10 centuries, what possible purpose could he have left to accomplish? Living, in and of itself at this point, is probably a burden for him. Think about it. Whomever he loved in his youth is now dead. I imagine he wants to die, but probably cannot. Honestly, I never gave it much thought before now. They were never a real threat to me, and I liked the idea of knowing that they existed in case I ever had need of them.
So you're telling me that we have to take down an entire cult of monks and their 10-plus centuries old ultimate magic user cult leader to reverse the power of the scrolls and stop those 5 armies?
I am telling you that it is a possibility. If we kill 1,000 years, it may change nothing. Scrolls work differently than memorized magic. Any fool with the ability to read can utilize the magical power of a scroll. It could be that instead of killing the writer of the scroll, we may need to kill the person who read the scroll to reverse the scroll's magic.
But that was you, Ollie.
Which brings me to option 3, I'm afraid.
Ollie, no. No, it has to be option 2.
A few hours ago, you were more than ready to kill me when the time came, as I recall.
And you know I would have, but I would have shed a tear.
A whole tear? Just for me?
Just for you, Ollie. You complete me.
Witty banter aside, you may not have a choice. I cannot ask you to take on the focused totality of the Agents of Thorn. It would mean certain death for you. Killing me might stop the wars from ever starting and deny Ursula her army. Once I have arrived in hell, I might be able to gather forces to oppose her.
Ollie, I have been to hell. It's not a social gathering of all of Welkin's evil villains. It's a place of torment, pain, and eternal separation from Elyon's love. When you go there, you will be tormented. You think you're powerless and hopeless now? Just you wait.
Then what do we do? I do not have a 4th option, my dear.
I do. We tell Elyon.
That is rich. Have you lost your mind? Elyon will kill us both. And further, one does not simply ring a bell and expect the god of gods to come running. How are we supposed to even contact him? I have no powers now. I cannot utilize runes and rituals to contact Elysium. There is no known means to speak to a being so powerful.
Oh, I don't know. Prayer seems to work pretty well for us regular folks.
Well, yes, that might work. Maybe. I do not know how to pray. Do you know how to pray? And where does one pray?
Honestly, I don't know how to either. I might know of someone who does, though. The problem is he is a long way from here. Even on horses, it would take us several weeks to ride to him. We need to teleport, and you're powerless right now.
Not necessarily. When mages lose their powers, we do not lose the ability to perform magic. We simply lose the magical essence that resides inside of us. The knowledge, however, is permanent.
So we need to replace your magical essence?
That is not possible, I'm afraid. My powers are gone for good. However, there's a rare tool that mages in my predicament turn to. Are you familiar with magic dust?
I know that mages from centuries ago used it quite a bit, but you don't see it very often anymore.
That is because it can only be gathered from the ashes of things burned by dragon fire. Dragons have been extinct for centuries, so the resources of magic dust dried up with them. That is until recently.
Borrow Cane.
Precisely. There's magic dust in several places, not the least of which is Echo Village, where Cain first struck. We are a 2-day ride from there. 1 day, if you run.
Are you seriously expecting me to carry you all the way to Echo Village?
It is either that or you let all of those innocent, purpose-driven people die.
Ugh, I can't stand you.
No, I complete you.
You completely disgust me. Come on, hop on my back, old man.
Mush!
Shut up.
Angelica ran towards Echo Village with the provost on her back. Thamro and Jenna were chained to a caravan of souls by way of the collectors, Sindel and Baal Khan. The forces of Gath remained poised to strike against the royal city of Fynn, and the 4 other armies continued approaching Fynn with war on their minds. Could things get any worse for our heroes? Find out in the next exciting episode of Thamro